Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome back to my First Look series. This is a first look. Actually, it's not a first look. It's a second look, because I already took my first look of this game back when it was just on Kickstarter. It's been on Steam Early Access for a little while, and I wanted to come back and take a look to see at the progress that they've been making. So, let's go ahead and take a look. It is Vigilantes from Timeslip Softworks. It is basically an RPG where you play a modern day operative, and I believe vigilante. Let's go ahead and take a look. We'll go into new game. We'll go to. It looks like just soft boiled. I'll just do soft boiled because it's been a while since I played, and they've changed quite a few things. Before starting the game, you can choose Sam's starting skills. I think you get set with the same character, although you do get to pick others up later. Just choose a melee or ranged build by clicking the top center buttons. So you can click on ranged or melee. We'll choose a ranged build, but before we go in, we're going to take a look. You got your name, you got your level, you got your reputation, which I believe you can vary during play. Basic combat skills. Looks like you've got some additional. Determines the amount of intel gained from surveillance operations. So it looks like it can be a little bit complex in terms of going into things. Got basic utility skills. You've got your statistics. Got your derived stats. I'll go with that. I'm gonna read the rest of these real quick. Okay, already got it. Already got it. That's cool. That's so cool. Okay. Already read it. Okay. Let's go into the game proper and see what they've changed. I object to violence because when it appears to do good, the good is only temporary, the evil it does is permanent. Sometimes you have to pick up the gun to put the gun down.
It began
so
as
two different takes on
holes
things.
In sight Saturday afternoon in Riker. A final item
Helps
for
if
a skiing trip I'd never get to take. An unfamiliar cut through the quiet side of town to slip the bustle. Then came the scream. Carried on wings of adrenal edge. Lurid as a pulp anthology. And utterly genuine.
Okay.
I took the corner, walked
get
right
the background.
into the tail end of violent mugging. Scald of panic, something chill uncoiling in my gut. A detached, ironically inclined
Get to
part
stop
of my
a
brain
robbery,
bugging me
maybe?
about how this would make one hell of a tourism poster. Come to Riker, bring a bodyguard, and a machine gun. I wanted to walk, keep moving, pretend I hadn't seen. I couldn't. I still don't know why. Maybe sympathy, maybe contempt for the hood's world of cheap violence. Maybe it was about ideas and the things we humans owe.
I'm trying to be quiet, but
Either way, it amounted to the same.
I'm trying to be quiet to let him talk.
Idealist lining up to have his ticket punched.
But I have to say that I'm a little bit.
Thundering, hand balling to a fist, not empty but gripping something pliant, textured, something unconsciously removed from its wrapping. Something bought for a skiing trip I'd never get to take. The more introspective of my friends, the ones who shared the days of carnage and pain, had been known to remark on the synchronicity of the moment.
I'm actually a little bit more impressed with the writing on this than I was when I first saw it on Kickstarter. It looks like it's improved.
Wasn't how it felt at the time.
As well as the cutscenes improved.
Wool-catching stubble,
well, until that
breath
part.
was already hard to come by.
That's a bad effect. I don't particularly like it, but I understand what they're aiming for.
Not going to lie, tell you how calm and ready I was, because I'd also have to warn against believing the words of masked strangers.
He's playing like a masked hero, not a superhero, because he's just some dude on the street. The hood turns to face you. The flashed kid in a cookie jar expression hardened into hostile sneers. Things are about to get ugly. Click on the bottom right in dialogue to advance the dialogue. After a few clicks, present skill build stuck to view dialogue. Bypass is used to organize yourself before the fight. Action points. Why are action points used? Okay, it's action point battle system. Alright. I'm just refreshing myself because I've already read all that. Wait, what? Left click of the image to represent the equipped item. Okay. All right. Just double checking everything. And it looks like you automatically loot any dropped items when you're done. Okay, let's go ahead and quit. Get a load of this asshole. What's the matter, pal? Get lost on your way to the funny farm? Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember the intro being like that. The intro actually kind of impressed me because the writing is actually pretty. I thought the writing was good. I'm usually not into these things, but it seemed to have kind of almost like a noir kind of bent to it, which is refreshing to me. Okay, the victim's mesmerized level of perception. The man's on the brink of unconsciousness, head rolling in erratic arcs, face bloody. In the internal interplay of fear and anger, the latter gains ascendance. Since you've given us a laugh, I'm going to make you a one-time limited super special offer. Walk away while you still can. Feign indifference to the threat. You remain silent, casually hitching your shoulders in an anticipatory gesture, and then you catch it. The sudden shift in attitude towards uncertainty in their shared glance. They've nothing to go on, and right now their idea of you is drifting somewhere between psychopath and spec ops soldier. Be that as it may, this is still heading towards a fight. Tactical repositioning. 75% chance of repositioning. I'll reposition a little bit closer. There we go. Combat begins. I hate that. That effect would kind of mess me up, I admit. So let's go ahead and see. Can I change the camera any? Well, I can rotate the camera. You know what? I gotta admit that's a little bit better. That is a little bit better than when I first tried this out. Because, and I'm going to say it, it was a little bit buggy. Controls still seem a little bit on the buggy side. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 action points. Yeah, I should have stayed back. Yeah, let's just go ahead and shoot her. Point blank. Boom. Yeah, I really should have stayed back and just shot these guys. Boom. That hit something important. Not enough action points. Well, I am a ranged fighter. Ow! Roundhouse kick to the face. I actually kind of like that. Kind of like that whole animation there. Boom! It could get annoying if that's all he does. Boom! Just shot these guys. You start towards the man. He recovers quickly, probing his face with a tender hand, winces, and with an effort stands. Somehow you get the impression that what just went down was not a unique occurrence. He extends a bloodied hand towards you. Kid, I'm not sure whether you're tough and clever or lucky and stupid, but either way, I owe you one. Name's Doc. Why don't you let me patch you up? Least I can do. Something's not quite adding up here. It seems Doc was ambushed while leaving the building. A low-end commercial lot, which is locked up, lights off. Chances are it's his place of work. You scan the building for a placard or sign. There isn't one. You a doctor? Doc's shrug expertly conveys indifference with a hint of impatience. Pretty much. I'm a vet by trade, which is the same as being a doctor when you're dealing with animals like these. Man is more ape than any ape. Doc aims a kick to the nearest goon, who moans distantly under the impact. I shot them. They ain't moaning. They're bleeding. Especially the one that's nearest him. I crit her. They come in leaking blood, crying about getting shot while holding up a convenience store or participating in some other degenerate pastime. I hook them up to some nitrous oxide, they laugh some, pass out, then I poke the lead out. Most of the time, they don't mug me afterwards. A giggle duck. You really gotta stop reading dime novels, kid. Your brain'll go soft. You end up a modern-day Don Quixote, masked, prowling the underbelly of the night city, heroically righting the wrongs of an unjust world. You look at each of the downed hoods in turn, then back at Doc. He cracks a grin. It would appear that the process has already begun. Listen, I'm going to have to lay low after this. I'll patch you up before I clear out, on the house. Give you some meds and my new address, in case you're planning on making a habit of this. Victory. So, yeah, go ahead and search the area. Okay, an item cache found. Let's try my bypass on this one. My first machete. Let's try this suspicious vehicle. Success. Items retrieved. Which gave me some money.
Shit. Shit. Can't feel anything. Tell me it ain't bad, Doc.
I already told you. Gut shot. About a dozen pieces of buck lodged in your abdomen.
Oh, shit. That's bad, right? Right?
It ain't a week in the sun with margaritas.
Oh, shit. Shit.
I like this guy.
Gotta give me something for the pain, man.
You can't feel anything, remember? That's because you are dosed to the damn eyeballs of nitrous. Quit fighting it and let me work. Ain't got all day.
You're drunk. Oh, man, you're drunk. I'm gonna die.
Sober or steady hands. Pick one.
Okay, but what if the juice wears off the minute I pass out? I'll feel every cut of the scalpel. You gotta give me something stronger, man.
Oh, sure. Anything for a pal. Let me just hook you up with a redneck anesthetic. The deluxe of the deluxe. Don't you worry. It's on the house.
Thanks, Doc. You the best. Wait. That looks like a mallet to me.
Yeah. I like this guy better already. So they can use that to intro each of the characters, I believe you get. Welcome to home base, an abandoned warehouse. You've leased to serve as the hub of your crusade against the criminal underground of Riker City. You're currently viewing the character screen, which allows you to view your character's stats, skills, perks, and injuries. The orange buttons along the top allow you to perform a variety of tasks. From left to right, these access the character. Okay, more options such as the project, scanning intel, and base facility screen will become available down the line. For now, mouse over each button to get a basic idea of which each one does. So you got the inventory screen, the character screen. Later you can explore the city and choose missions at will. Right now you got to meet just the one or two. Okay, getting medical aid for injuries you and your allies have. Let's see, I've got about 1,000, whatever that is. Is that the euro sign, or is that just, I don't know. I do not know what that is. I am stumped. Is that a euro sign? Oh, well. So, you don't qualify for any perks, because I don't have any perk points. But they do let you pick perks that help you with your various things. A lot of them look like passive perks. So perks not available to the character. So there's different perks depending on which character it is. Okay. Don't qualify for any stats or anything. I'm going to close that. Let's go to the inventory screen. My first machete, a bladed weapon. I can't carry it around. I can only carry one weapon at a time. That's kind of eh. Keep all the trauma kits on me. Yeah, I don't even know if that's going to work. Alright. Let's meet the next people. Things are about to get ugly. This time you're up against the Mafia, who are tougher than your last opponents and may be equipped with firearms. Mafia are strong generalist fighters, equally skilled in firearms and close combat. Again, focus on one enemy until it's incapacitated and avoid standing in the open. If you're using firearms, keep to cover and prefer enemies who are not in cover. Okay. If you're using close combat, advance using cover until you can attack. You can target body parts to inflict more damage. Hold left click. Okay. So that's actually a little bit better than when I tried it out. Actually, everything is a little bit better than when I first tried it out. The animations are smoother, the graphics are rendered more smoothly, so it looks like they are at least making decent progress in that regard. So let's start it. The shove sends the old guy stumbling to his knees in a barking chorus of cold laughs. Could could be nerves, the undercurrents of menace, or the feeling that you've been here before. But something about all this is riding up your spine, making your skin crawl. You shake the feeling off as best you can. If you make it through this, you can work on the navel gazing later. Tactical repositioning. Based on your highest party bypass skill, you have a 65% chance of repositioning. Yeah, let's try it. It was a success. And we're going to reposition ourselves a little bit further back. Now I'm going to get partial cover back here. Draw my gun. Okay, now it's giving me a weird kind of isometric kind of view. Got one guy. Okay, this guy's got a hammer. And this guy's got a machete. Let's shoot this guy. Miss. You shoot like a black shirt? Does he mean red shirt? I don't know. So one guy ran up to me. At least I got their attention. I don't think that I could have avoided getting their attention. Let's try to pick a particular part. Let's try a headshot. Ooh, ow. Looks like it hit him. Not enough action points. Insufficient AP. That's quite alright. Ow, he went in and hit me with a machete. I'm struggling with the camera a little bit, unfortunately. Let's point blank him. Boom. Good skill in firearms improved. He's going to attack my back. Yeah, ouch. Let's try to just execute him since he's so close. He took a shot to the head and he's got no problem with it. Yeah, I'm done there. Fortunately, I've got a ton of hit points. Boom. On closer inspection, the man is more grizzled than geriatric. He looks the way Santa might if he'd packed in the toy racket, lit out of Lapland with a biker gang, dieted on hard liquor and smokes, and just been paroled from a score. Nice moves, kid. Remind me never to get on the wrong side of you. His grin has a grimy yellow flash of sharp, predatory teeth. The twist of sarcasm in his voice is thick enough to trip over. If he hadn't intervened, let's just say that what was coming wouldn't have done the property values in this dump any favors. He draws a compact, heavily customized SMG from the interior of a jacket that might have been in fashion around the time of the siege of Antwerp. I'd say you did those guys a solid. Good for you. If there's ever been a more indirect expression of gratitude, I've never heard of it. Good for you. Expression of gratitude? Well, suit yourself. Going to tell me what's going on, or are you just going to keep bludgeoning me with the attitude? Sure, since we're old friends, why not? The mob, you're in their territory, and they think all they have to do is make you their property is to take a leak on you. They sent over a couple of guys to bother me. I sent them back, chilled. Now it seems we've got some sort of thing going on. You aren't coming across as worried. Worried? About these small fry shitbirds? Ha! I'll hunker down for a couple days. They'll send more knuckleheads, I'll send them back. They'll cut their losses eventually. Always do. They're businessmen on some primitive level, after all. Well, it's been a hoot, kid, but I gotta go. He starts, stops, turns back, flashes another of those awful grins. I like your style, kid. Beat the crap out of everyone first. Don't even bother asking questions. Maybe you should try that sometime, asking questions. Name's Kuda, by the way. If you're in the market for any inventory, hit me up. So I got another character met. Gotta search this area. So let's try looking the storm drain for a claw hammer. And for an Abramovich 9, which I have no idea.
28th of September 2016.
So I think
Agent
Kuda's
John
my
Street.
fixer,
Report
basically.
ID ZX9 422. We busted up the biggest cigarette smuggling ring in existence. The payoff, a name, Kuda. An organization Grunt revealed under duress that it's an abbreviation of Barracuda. Alias aside, all we know is he's male, Caucasian, north of 55, and has the sort of smile people disappear around. Following the disintegration of the ring, Kuda went underground for nearly a decade, before turning up at the head of a medium-scale opium production operation near the northern border of Myanmar. He disappeared again, status unknown, after what appears to have been a industrial dispute with a competitor. Kuda surfaced again 3 months ago, this time at the helm of a black market operation smuggling low-quality firearms to conflict hotspots around the globe. Damn things were almost as dangerous to the Tin Pot militiamen wielding them as the unfortunates they were pointed at. Intel suggests he's operating out of Riker.
Gotta admit, the voice
This
acting's
guy's
a little
taken
variable.
for almost 20 years. We're close. I can feel it.
So yeah, the voice acting's a little bit variable.
And that's what Agent Street would have to say about me. Were he still around to say it.
I'm liking this cast of characters so far, though. I guess that's line of supply on weapons and equipment. You can access the shop, projects, and facilities. All right. Profits allow you to craft items if you've built the right base facility. So it's almost... I gotta admit, it's got like that kind of like almost like XCOM style vibe in terms of base building, I think. And in terms of the cover technique. But it's got the action point style combat that reminds me vaguely of some Fallout-based stuff. Do I need medical aid? No injuries. Let's look at the facilities. Okay, what facilities can I build in my home base? Workshop, library, gym, firing range, and surgery. Yeah, let's go with the library if I can. Library site. So it's basically functionally where I get more information on stuff. Surveillance skill bonus. Presence skill bonus. Nice. Do I got any projects? I can create new items and upgrade existing ones. I don't seem to have any available resources here. Yeah, I can't craft anything right now. So that solves my problem, I guess. Let's see what the next one is. The big mobster approaches the man in the trench coat, halting just outside arm's distance. His mouth flexes into a smile of the less than friendly variety. Been looking for you, Case. If the casual intimidation is turning the screw on Case, he's not showing it. His manner is blasé to the point of boredom. Obviously no stranger to brushing shoulders with tough guys. I'd say you could just about call it a day, then. Retreat to whatever cockroach-infested squat you scuttled out of this morning. While away the nightling hours, lamenting the state of your life as you drift closer to oblivion on the gravitational pull of cheap booze, trying to figure out where it all went wrong. What started the chain of events that led you to spend today trudging through the rain, looking for a low-rent Seamus who's getting too close to something you want to stay hidden. The big mobster is untroubled by the fencing. He too is no stranger to dealing with tough guys. You know why I'm here. That's good. I'm thinking it was the tragic death, some say suicide, of Bubbles, your first cat. All downhill from there. Funny you should mention cats, Case. Real funny. Man of your obvious wit has to know what they say when they kill the proverbial one, right? Yes. Sure, I know. It died of boredom, waiting for the wise guy to get to the point. All these proverbs and long-winded stories just get into it in the end. So yeah, the writing is a little bit variable too, but some of it's pretty funny. Maybe unintentionally so. Alright. So he's asking for the story of why they're meeting here. This morning, the boss called out something as I crossed the threshold of his office door. Leaving, of course, otherwise I'd have heard better. Want to know what I think he said? Everyone knows. It's the talk of the town. He wanted you to pick up that hot pink number from the Sally Ray summer line for him. Cut from the finest slinky satin that will make the most of his ample thighs. Ouch! Draw the enforcer's attention from Ray Case. Your mind races, searching for a way to throw the enforcer off guard. He's walking right into our trap case. Stick to the plan and we have him. The enforcer is distracted by your interjection and turns to face you. Alright, should I try to reposition? Yeah, I probably should. Failed! Oh no! Well, I guess it couldn't have hurt. Alright. Let's see what we got here. I got one thug here. Is that's Ray Case, that's an ally. Let's go ahead and... He ain't got cover for me there. And then run back over there. So Ray Case. Let's shoot him in the torso somewhere. Alright, well I don't have a lot of cover around here. Try and shoot him in the head. Boom. Oh man, this guy is tough. Yeah, I don't have anything else I can do here. Ah. It was worth the random shot, I guess. Screw this, I'm dust. Boom! Kicked him in the head as he tried to run. Item cache is found. And I've gained surveillance. So let's try the super easy one first. Eurocorp Hades, I don't know what that is. Trauma Kit Mark 1. And some small caliber rounds.
I was relatively sober for 10 in the morning on a cold, gray Riker City Tuesday with nothing better to do than nurse a lukewarm 50-cent coffee and watch slants of hard rain rinse gullies into the grime of my 8-story office window. With the absence of a case in north of a month, stricken
I gotta say,
hangover,
these
prospects for the day were roughly
these
on
backgrounds
par
of
with
these
the rest of my
characters
life.
are really,
On the upside,
I find them
I
really
was
interesting.
indoors, had a tipple in my
It's almost
gut,
kind of like a
and if the
weird
rain
kind
kept
of
up, wouldn't have to pay
detective
Ray to
story
clean the
almost
windows
on
or
some of
something.
them.
Name's Case. Ray Case. Licensed private investigator for the
Well, there
Greater
you go.
Riker metropolitan area. If you're in the market for a Seamus, look no further. Need a guy to shake a few trees, see if a monkey falls out? I'm in. Need someone to put the squeeze on a blackmailer for $25 a day plus reasonable expenses? I'm your guy. Remember, the first sap I take to the back of the head is on the house. Footsteps in the hallway. The snap
Oh,
of
is he
tall
still going?
heels at the conclusion of long legs biting into cheap linoleum. I pushed the desk drawer, exposing the
Sounds like a-
defeated bottle and hot-loaded 30.
like an actual
There was
detective
no question in
book.
my mind as to which of the low-end businesses in the converted tenement she was headed for. If there's one thing I know, it's the sound of a case.
Ray Case.
As soon as she stepped through the door, I knew she was trouble. The sort of trouble that
Why
has
can't
you
this
begging
guy be the
for
main
and
character?
drags you through the night city on the belly, through every mean rack
Yeah, give me a-
neon-drenched back alley on a smack-bang collision course with every tough guy the city can fling your way.
Give me a game with this guy as the
My
main
kind of trouble.
character. Alright, you done, Ray? Alright. Great, now you have an ally to call in for backup. There are other individuals roaming Riker who can be recruited to your team if you can find them. You can now access the cityscape, team, and gang intel screens. Also, from here on, you'll be able to interrogate or search the bodies of enemies to gain intel on the gangs. The team screen allows you to select which of your allies will accompany you into combat. Gang intel screen shows the intel you've uncovered. Cityscape allows you to run surveillance operations, and that's good. That's real good. Still don't qualify for anything. I probably should rest, I guess. Every time one of the characters takes damage, a percent of the damage is converted into max hit point damage. This reduces the maximum hit point this character can have. Okay. And to restore max hit point, you must pass time outside of combat and surveillance. Okay. Resting doubles the healing rate. Okay. Go ahead and rest. Great, now you have an ally. Okay, I've already been through that. So let's see. Let's look at the team screen. Let's look at his character screen. He is... He's... Looks like a melee. He's got more close combat than firearms, but you have to be kind of... Yeah, he looks like a close combat kind of guy. Let's go ahead and get his inventory, I guess. In this case, I'm going to give this guy the Euro... Wait a minute, what is this? This is a machete. It does... How much damage does it do? 11 damage versus 7. So this does 11 damage. Yeah, just walk around town with a machete in hand. Oh no. I done messed up. Alright, give him some small caliber rounds. Although I don't know if that is that the kind of thing that'll use that. See, 11 damage. Is there an easy way to get to my character, my main character? Yeah, there is. That's what I should have been doing in the beginning. So 8.5 damage. I think that's about my limit right now. And I'm going to use a claw hammer instead of that as my backup weapon. And we should be good to go. Let's look at... Still don't have any available projects. So the gang intel screen. This is also new. This was not in my first look way back when it was on Kickstarter. Or maybe it was, but this looks like a different format. Killing fewer enemies results in a better chance to find interrogation subject. I should try not to kill as many as you could. Okay, each gang's leadership position is made up to 4 lieutenants and 1 boss. In order to remove the threat posed by a gang, you need to locate and confront the boss. Gang's leadership and rackets start the game hidden. You must gather intel. Okay, that's actually a really neat little thing there. So the gangs that you have are the survivalists. This looks like a religious organization. And then you've got the mafia boss. Let's look at the intel. No rackets discovered on any of these. So let's go to the cityscape, shall we? We've got nothing with intel on anybody. Time is of key importance to Vigilantes. The gangs are not passively waiting around as time progresses. Nice. Criminals level up over time, and each gang has a strategic AI which governs recruitment, record building, and purchase of upgrades. The gangs are left to their own devices. They'll flourish economically and develop their own combat capabilities rapidly. Cityscape allows you to coordinate your efforts against the criminal underworld. Riker City is divided into a number of districts. Move the cursor over the cityscape. Any information you have in the districts will be displayed on the right. You must run surveillance operations to gain intel. Right-click on the district to lock the selector on it, then left-click on the surveillance button at the bottom. Alright, surveillance op will consume time and provide an amount of intel in the selected district based on your surveillance skill. Occupying gang, danger level, crime rate, and wealth. Danger level is based on the number of enemies present. Crime rate is the measure of the gang's control of the district. Wealth is remember the inherent wealth of the district. Crime rate, okay. Launch tactical mission. You must determine if a gang is present, then lock onto the district and click the right-facing arrow button on the lower right of the screen, which is not visible right this instant. Don't spend too much early time on surveillance. A high level of district intel isn't very useful early on, and your opponents are getting stronger every day. Focus on finding allies so you can find a full team and locating 1 or 2 low danger level districts to launch tactical missions against. In early access, you can press the toggle city info button to reveal the location of allies. So yeah, let's toggle the city info just to get to where the allies are located. Now, in the final game, it says you'll have to find them, but there will be more allies, making them easier to find. Okay. So, I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and tactical mission maps are randomly served for now. Later, when more maps are in place, they will be linked to the environment type by type of the district. I like that. I'm really liking what they have planned for this thing. None of it seems pie in the sky compared to what they already have. It all seems like a natural progression. So, before we go into that, let's go to the facility screen, see if we need to buy anything. We don't have enough to buy anything. Okay, that settles that. Okay, I'm done with this. Let's surveil this. While running your surveillance op, you pick up the sounds of an imminent conflict. It sounds less one-sided than a typical citizen in distress. Would you like to interrupt your surveillance to investigate? Let's investigate it. Alright. Alert to danger. She scans the urban battlefield, pistol at the ready. Downed army camo-clad figures were the ride testament to the quality of her aim. She flicks a glance to the wounded officer resting against the cruiser. How you doing, Mike? Galligan's gruff tone disguises most of the strain in his voice. If you're asking me if it hurts, yeah, it fucking hurts. If you're asking me if I'm buying the farm, not today. You get all the bastards? DeSoto's gaze covers the prone forms, searching for signs of aggressive movement. All the ones I can see. Fucking survivalists. If there's any of them left, they know our backup's on the way. If they're going to make a play, they'll do it soon. There's really no such thing as a good time for an armed vigilante to reveal himself to a pair of twitchy cops. But since time appears to be of the essence, you announce your friendly intent and emerge from your hiding place, hands in the air. Emerging from the corner, you walk into the business end of DeSoto's heavy-bore pistol. Her face is strained at the effort of keeping the weapon raised. You notice blood seeping through a tear in the upper arm of her jacket. Don't move. A moment of recognition later, a look of irritated disbelief crosses her face. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Lured into a blind alley, attacked by a bunch of psycho gun nuts, a gunshot partner, and now Captain Mayhem shows up? I'm too old for this shit. Galligan twists towards you. The movement costs him a wince, which gives way to a grin. Well, if it isn't the guy, the talk of the town. What? No, I'm the guy? I know who he is, Galligan. He's wanted by the RCPD, and I gotta arrest him. She hitches the tip of the pistol upwards. Hands up, slow. My hands are already up. His hands are already up, DeSoto. Let's back up a bit here. We're in a jam. This guy shows up, offers to help, and he's more or less on our side. Now, I'm not saying we hand over the keys to the city or anything, but let's be pragmatic. Quit pointing your gun at him. DeSoto bites her lip, hesitates. You have the distinct feeling this is not a common occurrence. Officer Galligan is suggesting you let me hang around until help arrives. As soon as the blue lights show up, I'll be on my way, and no one will be the wiser. DeSoto doesn't go out of her way to hide her lack of comfort with the idea. The decision-making process is simplified by a burst of automatic weapons fire, which slams into the side of the cruiser. DeSoto's returns precise fire. Need a little bit of editing there. Editor, where are you? Yeah, this is still early access. They got a way to go. 5 minutes, that's all we need. Try not to turn it into a complete bloodbath. I want to talk to these assholes later, but take them out if you need to. Tactical repositioning, and I still don't know where everybody is, so let's take a look. Can I go around the battlefield here? Got 2 people over here. I think that's all. Let's try to reposition ourselves. Failure again. Oh, man. So much failure. Oh, there's 3 of these guys. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move to there. Oh, you know what? I don't have any teammates. Insufficient to... Can I shoot him? Yeah, I can shoot him. And I think that's it. Alright, she can go ahead and if I shoot this guy, if I shoot this...
Not gonna happen.
Well, it was worth a shot. I was hoping to explode it. But it's clearly not going to happen. Alright, now that they're out in the open, your skill in firearms is increased. Let's try to take at least one of these guys out. Oh man, I can't hit for anything. Ah, they're coming after my main guy. Alright, gonna come back there. Oh my god! I can't hit anything. Yeah, why would you hide behind a barrel like that? How did I miss it 75%? Oh my god. Here, can you shoot it? No, you can't. Apparently. Oh, there you go. Here, have some fun standing in the fire, dude. You're swinging a melee weapon at me. Just take this guy out already. Alright, this one in the fires is gone. Just gonna double move over here. Well, this fight could have gone a lot better. I must admit. But at least we win. Victory! Search the area. Get the storm drain and get the suspicious vehicle.
I started out as a
DeSoto.
paramedic. The wailing sirens, flashing reds, and squealing wheels were about as close to what I really wanted to do as you can get. But there are only so many muck pensioners and alleyway cadavers and beaten wives you can look at before you get to thinking. You think about how things might have played out different if someone tougher and smarter than the perp had been around. You think about maybe switching things up, about giving the shitheads the worst day of their lives and letting the decent people get on with it. You think about justice.
So she's an actual
and you think
cop.
about it so much that
Not just some random PI.
You hang it from your neck. I was pretty sure the Riker City Police Department wouldn't even look at me after what happened with Dad and all, but I took the tests and soon after the oath, and 8 years later, the rank of lieutenant.
So
I've made a difference, I know that.
She's a straight up lieutenant in there.
Most of the time, the victory seems so pale in comparison to the defeats. Gun nut survivalist shitheads running around with more firepower than we have.
And her
Roving
background,
brainwashed churchers tearing up the place.
her background gives kind of like a believable reason why she would work with you, because she's actually looking for justice rather than just sticking completely to the rulebook. Let's go to the character screen. She's a police lieutenant. Did I level up at all? Nope. Still got a little ways to go. So let's try just a normal surveillance operation. Got a gang presence with the Church of the Final Exodus. Okay, don't need that. So it does have some sort of gang presence here. So let's go to it. How did I fail with 94%? Oh my god. Oh, I really should have got my third person. Yeah, let's move back here. No, not with the fists. Ah. Why am I trying to use my fists? I've got my gun as a primary weapon. Okay.
On it.
Need to focus fire on one of them at least. Oh man, this could go real bad. There's a bunch of them. But they got nothing but fists. That's what I don't get. They're basically dudes in baseball caps with wife beaters, and I've got two people with firearms here. What do they think they're going to accomplish? Oh my god. DeSoto, go back to firing school. Or whatever. I don't know. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna take some hits here. Let's just kind of like focus fire on this guy. There we go. Ow. He punched me. Ow. He punched me. Oh, there's my injury. We get to check out the injury status next. Not going to play many more of these missions. I'm just going to finish this one and check out the industry status. Or the injury status screen. Maybe try to get some details on the workshop. That's it, DeSoto. Take this guy out.
On it.
Just focus fire. Should be the last guy here. Ow, he kicked me in the shin. Did you see that? There we go. Victory! You've located an enemy with the right balance of broken bones and concussions, or broken bones and consciousness to work over. Time to get stuck in. Choose the interrogator. So it looks like my main guy. Time to choose which gang you would like intel on. Going to be harder to make them spill about their own organization. Let's ask them about the Mafia. Play a friendly game of Russian roulette. You don't have any sodium thiopental. Going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. You've done all you can to soften up the subject. Hopefully it's enough. Interrogate. Pressure, pain, and nerves conspire to break the subject. Brother Wetterberg reveals a Mafia presence in A0. And that's how you get more info on various things. Okay, operation debriefing should be done there. Let's take a look at the doctor here. Corneal abrasion. She got hit in the face. Let's go ahead and do a visit to the doc. Injury treated. Alright, let's take a look at I guess at the facilities. I still can't upgrade them because let's go ahead and sell some stuff. Try to get up enough money to upgrade something else, shall we? Let's throw a workshop side in. Okay. Then let's look at projects. So I can create this project if I manage to find these components, which I haven't found those, or either find or obtain those components. So I can purchase those components and then make personal armor. So that's not bad. And so A0 had a presence. I think what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to wrap it up here. There are more allies to find in the demo, in the early access. As I said, this is early access. I think it's like $12 on Steam, maybe a little less. It looks neat. It looks promising. I said this looked promising back when they were on Kickstarter. And it's holding up. They're doing a good job here. I'm kind of looking forward to final release on this. It looks like they've got a lot of detail they can add to this. Camera stuff needs a little work. I don't want to be too critical about the voice acting because it is an indie company. You know, voice acting's pretty good, except when it's not. So that's not a problem. It's not a big problem. And I guess just do an editing sweep at some point towards the end, and that's all I could really ask for. This is a really, really nice little game. It is Vigilantes, and I'm going to go ahead and call it here. This has been the RPG Crawler with my second look at Vigilantes. If you like what you've seen, remember to leave a like, comment if you got feedback, and subscribe for more RPG content, both tabletop and computer. Until next time, take care and goodbye.